Hey everybody, Brian and Michelle here. We're a little late to the party getting our statistics out this month, but we've just been having such a great time up here in Summit County. So busy with work.
It has been a busy couple of months. As we kind of alluded to earlier, we got a little bit of a slow start to the summer up here. We had snow in June, and we actually just had a dusting in September. So that means we only had 2 months this year officially with no snow.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
But as you can see, it's pretty warm right now. We're sitting in the sun out on our deck, and it is just another gorgeous day. Leaves are changing. Thought they'd be changing last week, but when it happens quick. And boy, are those leaves changing right now. It looks pretty nice.
Yep.
So
It's kind of the best time to be up here.
yeah.
Insider secret.
No doubt we wanted to just touch on our numbers again. I think that we can look at the July numbers that we received from Land Title and kind of go through those a little bit, as those are the numbers that we go through every month. And, we want to make sure that you're able to compare those numbers each month. And then, a couple of quick updates both from Mountain Communities as well as just some of the things and trends that we're seeing today, so that you have an idea of what's going on in the market right now, not so much two months ago, right? Because we want to keep you up to date as best as possible. So, just jumping into the numbers that we've got right now, average indicators and average prices continue to rise. So we're seeing single-family homes are doing quite well, 12% up appreciation. Multifamily homes are up 7%, and vacant land is down 10%. And this is for the month of July, year over year. Looking at some of the other indicators, monetary volume continues to be up in July, which was interesting. If you remember, July was really just when summer was starting because we had snow in June even. And so we're still seeing monetary volumes still up. Transactions for the month were also up year over year, 3%. And then we're still pacing 6% ahead in July year to date as far as monetary volume is concerned. But total transactions for the year were down 8%. And that's, consistent with what we were seeing with having, May and June just not big buying months. And that seems to have changed now. I think everything's just kind of pacing a little bit
Behind.
6 or 8 weeks behind
Yep.
where it was the previous 2 years. So.
Yeah, when we look at the average prices, just some general numbers for you. When you're looking at a single family home in Summit County, your average price is $1.279 million. Multifamily properties, so townhomes, condos, those attached dwellings, our average price is $558,000 and change. In vacant land, average price is $328,000. Something that we thought was pretty interesting was looking at kind of the high dollar sales. So year to date in 2019, we've had 209 properties selling at or above $1 million. When we look back, when we look back in 2018, during that same period, we had 179 properties, and then back in 2017, there were 170. So we're seeing an increase in the high dollar transactions here in Summit County. Has something to do with prices just going up steadily year over year as well. Also seeing that as an indication that some of the high dollar buyers are seeing Summit County as a great place to kind of sink their money and, protect their assets. They're buying properties here and seeing it as a good investment.
Want me to take it?
Sure.
As usual, we're seeing 33% of the closings still are cash, and so that's always great to see.
Yeah.
And I think these are all things that, as we're looking at what's going on with the economy as a whole versus our market here in Summit County, that's just a good indicator of people having good faith in the money or faith in the market. And it's a good place to park your money for a little while. What a great asset that's going to appreciate, and you'll get some fun out of it as well. jumping into some of the things that we're seeing right now in our market, pendings have really picked up in the last couple of weeks.
And pending sales are properties that have gone under contract.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not on the market anymore and they're not yet sold. They haven't closed yet.
They're not closed yet. They're under contract. Everybody's doing their due diligence. And pending, so a lot of people are buying right now as we're going into the winter, and we're seeing some of that inventory that we built up going through the summer getting chewed up right now. And so I think people are still excited. And so last week we were checking on that. We had 2 times as many pendings as we did new properties come on the market. And so things have kind of flip-flopped from what we were seeing in May and June for sure.
Yeah, people are really scooping places up now. It's kind of cool though. I mean, everyone's really excited about ski season up here, which is kind of hard to think about, but I mean, we're ready for it.
Yeah. And people are asking, is it still time to bring, is there still a good time to bring your property to market? And the answer to that is yes, really. Mm-hmm. If you're a seller, there's still a lot of buyers out there right now. They do have more choices right now, and they might not have just found what they're looking for. So before ski season, it's a great time to bring it to market. And then just a little bit of comparison between the different mountain towns.
Yeah, so one of the things that Land Title does is once a quarter, they bring in all the data from all the mountain towns. So we look at Summit County versus Routt County, which is up by Steamboat, Park County, which is kind of south of us, Grand County, which is Vail, and then Pitkin County, which is Aspen.
Eaglesville.
Oh, Eagle
County.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
And then, so when we look at it, Summit County is number 1 in the average residential price increase for the last year. So that's pretty amazing. So the average price of a property in Summit County has the best appreciation of any of the mountain towns this year. We also have the most out-of-state buyers of any of the mountain communities. And you hear us preach this over and over. Why should we buy in Summit? Why shouldn't we buy in Grand or somewhere a little closer to Denver? More like year over year, more people are coming to visit Summit County than any of the other mountain communities. That's why it's such a great place for a rental property. It's such a great place to kind of protect your investment. It's just an awesome location.
It's ease of access, and if you look at market size and market pool, right, you're kind of looking at a triangle. And I think when you have 4 resorts, you've got Breckenridge, Copper, Keystone, Arapahoe Basin are all in Summit County. You can throw Loveland Basin in there as well. So kind of 5 resorts that you can all access from Summit County. Different people love each one of those different resorts. They all different like coming to Summit County though, because that's where the resorts are. Ease of access from DIA, ease of access if you're driving from Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas. You can drive here very easily. Price points are still quite affordable in comparison to a lot of those other locations, and so just the market size is definitely a lot larger, and so you have a larger buyer pool when it comes time to sell your property as well if you're a seller. And so great little area, most out of state buyers I think than any of those other markets. Summit County is a great place. We certainly came here for one winter, and that was almost 15 years ago. never left, and here we are. So if you guys have any questions, definitely hit us up, teamflick@summitliving.com, or you can hit us up in the comments down below. And I hope you found this informative, and if there's anything you'd like us to cover in the future, please don't hesitate to reach out to us and let us know. We're always open to chatting. We love real estate, and we love chatting about it. So hope all is going well.
If you have any questions too about or interest in learning more about the local market, we do put out quarterly newsletters to our email database. And if that's something you're interested in getting signed up for, we'd be happy to include you on that. We talked a lot this month about interest rates, because that's something people have been talking quite a bit about. Some people are waiting for prices to drop and to see if that's the best time to buy. And one of the things that we went over in our newsletter, which we just sent out yesterday, we did a little comparison on a home being sold for $700,000 at a 4.5% interest rate, which is pretty reasonable for right now.
Yeah, we just had a client get 3.5% interest rate. So
on a jumbo loan.
on a jumbo
so it's
loan,
possible to
it
do
is
even
possible. Yeah,
better.
but 4.5 to be reasonable.
Yeah, and then we compared that if that same price or that same property were to lose 10% value, so to be sold at 10% less, but with a slight increase in interest rate, just of a point, you actually end up paying more over the life of the loan if you were to wait for that price to drop and pay a little bit more with your interest rate. So
yeah, both in your monthly payment and over the
life.
lifetime of
Yep.
the loan. So interest rates are low right now, and your buying power is
your
high.
buying power is really high. So both as a buyer and as a seller, that's a great thing, because as a seller, you're tapping into this market with these powerful buyers, and that's what you want. You want people who can get the job done. And as a buyer, you have so many more choices, and you can actually, really play with the numbers a little bit and see where your true price point can be with these low interest rates. And it's arguable that interest rates are almost just as, if not more important than prices sometimes.
Yeah. Right now, anyways. Yeah. So I'm not seeing a 10% drop anytime soon.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty, I think it's a good,
but it's just to show
that
with an aggressive number like that, if you're waiting, you're still going to do better off with a good interest rate.
So take advantage of that.
Exactly.
And there's good deals to be had after Labor Day, so consider it your sale.
So,
but that's
great. Well, thanks for checking in, guys. And if as
hi,
we
Emily.
said before,
hi, Judy.
Hi, guys. As we said before, if you have any questions, let us know. We're always around. Always love chatting real estate. So we'll talk to you soon.